2015 A levels, question number 37. Which of the following does not indicate market failure? Very easy. We talked about all the reasons for market failure in the 2011 paper. Not existence of monopolies, guys. Does that lead to market failure? The existence of monopolies? Yes. Monopolies means there is imperfect competition. Remember, I told you having imperfect competition leads to market failure, because when there is imperfect competition, these fellows, what do? They charge a price much higher than their marginal cost. They exploit the consumer. As a result, consumption happens at a lesser level than actually needed. So therefore leads to market failure. Excessive air and water pollution, again, this is what you call a negative externality in consumption. Then the lack of necessities such as national defense, yes. So government, private sector doesn't provide, no. So these are public goods, right? Public goods. Private sector doesn't provide that. That also leads to market failure. Adequate supply of public goods. Adequate supply of public goods. That won't be a reason for market failure. No? The reason for market failure is private sector doesn't provide public. So if there is a adequate supply of public goods, then we don't have to worry about it. Yeah. If the private sector is providing national defense, street light, all of that adequately, then there is no market failure, no? So that is the one that might not be a reason for market failure. Then last one, unequal distribution of income. That's also one, no? That's one of the main reasons. Remember, for the three main reasons, inequality in income distribution is one main reason. So it's an easy one. Can you see every year they ask one of these, no? Fine. 37. Railway department, no, they're not trying to privatize the railway. They're trying to privatize Sri Lankan Airlines. They're trying to privatize Hilton, Sri Lanka Insurance Corporation, some different ones. No, they're not. They won't privatize railway because those are very essential services. Litro, they're trying to privatize Litro. 38. Okay, this one. This we did this in the mock exam. Always like the only little bit of a nice question I saw in the past paper, so I put it in the mock exam. Others are very easy. If an industry ignores external cost it generates in its production, which of the following will be true at the competitive market equilibrium output? So I'll take some time to explain this, guys, because this they can give it to you in any way. They can out. Here they have asked you, in this question, they have asked you, ignores the external cost. No, that means there is an external cost. So there is an external cost means it's what? It's a negative externality in production. How did I figure that out? When they talk about cost, it's about production. When they talk about benefit, it's about consumption. So they say production, and also they say there is an external cost. So there is an external cost means external cost is a negative thing. Okay. So they're asking which of this will be true. Price will be greater than marginal cost, price will be less than marginal cost, price will be equal to marginal cost. Okay. So when they give you a thing like this, guys, I'll just draw the diagram and I'll show you. Now you can draw this for all the other situations and see. Okay. So look at this very carefully. Yeah. When you draw your diagram, Lamai, right? I'll try to draw it as neat as possible. Okay. You have now these are production externality. So we'll draw two cost curve, one benefit curve, and two cost curves. This one cost curve. This is another cost curve. Okay. So this one is our marginal private benefit equals marginal social benefit. I'll give you some numbers and explain. This one, which cost will be the higher cost, guys, in a negative externality in production? The social cost or the private cost? Which is the upper curve? Which one is the higher? The negative externality cost to the society is greater, no? So marginal social cost is higher, marginal private cost is low. Okay. You all need to know how to read this graph, Laman. This axis over here is the price cost slash benefit axis. This axis, the vertical axis, shows the price, the cost, and the benefit. This axis over here shows only the quantity, the amount of units produced. So I'll show you how to read this case. Okay, where are we at equilibrium? Our equilibrium point is where private cost equals private benefit. Okay, this is our market equilibrium. This point over here is my market equilibrium. Okay, right? I'll just give you some numbers, Lamai. Let's say at market equilibrium, our price is, let's say, 10 rupees. We'll assume that our price is 10. Now, this is how you read it, guys. This 10 here, okay, this 10 here, now you connect this value here. If you connect this 10 is the price also. At equilibrium, price is also 10. At equilibrium, here marginal private benefit and social benefit, it connects with the private benefit and social benefit also, no? So the marginal private benefit, the marginal social benefit, that is also 10. Then even the marginal private cost is 10. So all of this is 10. Can you see? If it connects with any of those curves, all of those are true. So this 10 is, you can say marginal private cost is 10. You can say marginal private benefit is 10. You can say marginal social benefit is 10. You can say all of that. Okay. Then how do you find the marginal social cost at equilibrium? At your equilibrium level of output, if we draw a line upwards, right, from your equilibrium level, draw a line upwards like that. And if you connect this with this, right, this is your marginal social cost. Let's say this is 12. This is what? This is your marginal social cost. So there is, Lamai, there is only 5 things in this diagram. Private benefit, private cost, social benefit, social cost, and the price. So if you can figure out those 5, then you can figure out which one is higher, which one is lower, and all of that. Okay. So look at this case. Now see, once you have drawn this diagram like this, it's very easy to get the answer. Price will be greater than marginal social cost. Compare and see. Compare my diagram. My price in my example is 10. My marginal social cost is 12. Is the first one correct? Is price greater than the marginal social cost? Yes or no? Others? Is the price greater than the marginal social cost? No. According to how I have drawn the diagram, price is 10. Marginal social cost is 12. So is the price greater? No. Price will be less than marginal social cost. Is that correct? Price is 10, marginal social cost is 12. Price will be less than marginal social cost? Yes, this can be correct. This can be our answer. We look at the others also. Price will be equal to marginal social. Is the price equal to marginal social? Is the price equal to marginal social? No. Price is 10, marginal social cost is 12. Wrong. Marginal private cost is equal to marginal social cost. Is that correct? Private cost is 10, social cost is 12. No. Marginal private cost will be greater than marginal social. Private cost is 10, social cost is 12. Is the private cost greater? No. See, once you draw that diagram, guys, now you can draw this diagram for all the situations, okay? Now, I have drawn this diagram only for now. You all practice for homework. This is for what? This is the negative externalities in production diagram. So according to this, I drew and I labeled the social cost, private cost, equilibrium price, and all of that. So if they give you a question like now, most likely they are not going to repeat the same question. They can, okay? But maybe in your year, what they will do is they will say, if an industry ignores the, let's say, external benefits. So maybe then it's a positive externality in consumption. Or maybe they can say, in a situation where there is a positive externality in consumption, which of the following is true? Same answer they'll give. Price is greater than this is equal to this is less than this. So you should be able to draw the diagram properly and read it. So that is the key thing that you all have to know. So for why there is social welfare loss negative. So if a social welfare loss happens, I will cover that again in the seminar, guys. Now there is this no. Are you all confused, or are you all properly fine with this? Difference between deadweight loss, social welfare loss, and change in economic surplus. This recently changed last year. What I taught in theory class is not what is applicable now. Last year with the marking scheme that came last year, the year before, things changed. I was 100% okay with what these areas are, what the meaning is, and how do you calculate. It's not particular in the theory class. There is a bit of a change that has happened now. That's why I put a section on that on the seminar also. I will properly clarify. I did have a discussion with one of the professors also, who is into the paper marking and stuff, and who is in the paper marking panel, and not a paper marker, a professor who like sets the paper and works on those. Kind of got it clarified. I will also again go through it properly on my end, and I'll clarify that during the session. Okay. Right, 38. Then we'll go to 39. Easy one. A pure public good is a good that is what? One. You'll not fall asleep, give me an answer. Provided efficiently by markets, rival and excludable, non-rival and excludable, rival and non-excludable, non-rival, non-excludable. Pure public good. If you don't know, this means you have not learned the unit at all. Which one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A pure public good. These are free marks. You see questions like this sitting in vain. It's answer number 5. No, remember, a pure public good is non-rival and non-excludable. What those are, we have spoken about before. Question 40. Disgraceful. Fiscal policy involves government determining what? Market interest rate, money supply growth rate, taxation and government spending, money supply rate of inflation. Fiscal policy. Study so much and go, you study current statistics, current trends, and they ask you what is fiscal. 2050. This one. Okay. What about at present the single largest this one? This I don't know at what it was in 2015. Can you all give me, guys, the top 3 in 2021 and in 2022? The top 3 changed. In 2021, what's the highest? In 2021, it was VAT. That was the highest. Second, in 2021, which one was the highest? Second was excise. Third was income. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. Third was income tax. Then in 2022, what happened? The things changed. Who came on top? Who came on top? Income came on top, right? Other two went down. So VAT became second, and excise became third. So simple way to remember, Lamai, this third fellow jumped up to top. That's what happened in 2020. Import duty is the fourth. And import duty also mostly fell because of import restriction. So if I'm to talk about this, guys, in rupee terms, okay, now this is the share, okay, in 2022, when I say excise fell, that means the share of excise taxes fell. From your total taxes, income tax was the most. I'm not saying the collection fell. So in rupee terms, Lamai, income tax really increased last year because what reason? Because of the income tax things that came in, no? With the interim budget and all of it, there was so much of tax put in. So that went up. And also in rupee terms, Lamai, VAT increased. You know why VAT increased? In rupee terms, in rupee terms means the actual collection amount. In rupee terms, VAT increased because of inflation. You should always remember, guys, whenever there is inflation, these taxes that you put on goods and services, the value goes up. In rupee terms, it goes up. As a percentage of GDP, it might not go up because GDP also increases. But in rupee terms, the amount that the government collected as VAT would have gone up. I'll just we'll see if we can find the numbers. This is tax revenue. Okay, here. Is there a better one? It's total tax now. Okay, look at this here. If you look at something like VAT, you see VAT. Okay. This one here. Yeah, this one here, VAT. Okay. It's a little I can't draw on the screen. That's why the problem is. Look at VAT lama. Here, see. Here in from 2013 onwards. Okay, it was 250,000. Okay, look at the numbers. Okay, I can't highlight. 250. Yeah, 250, 275. Next to 275, there is a 219. Okay, 219, 283, 443, 461, 443, 233. You see, VAT fell, no, in 2000. These are the numbers. It's very hard to see this, no. So I can get a screenshot if required. Okay. Now see, look at this case in 2022. If you take VAT, yeah, from 308, no, as a percentage of GDP, it would have gone up a little, right? See, from 308,000 in 2022, it went to 463,000. That's a 50% increase in VAT, no? 300,000 went to 450. 50% increase in VAT. The main reason again behind this is inflation level. VAT is put on consumption. So when there is inflation, the amount that government collects from these consumption taxes also go up. Then look at this. Is there income tax? Income tax. Even look at excise lama. It was a 306 in 2021. In 2022, it went to 340. So in rupee terms, all of the taxes went up last year. Because why? Because of inflation. Even with economic crisis and all, no problem. In rupee terms, it went up. Even as a percentage of GDP, also it went up. Those numbers are here. Here. No, it's almost similar, no? Revenue. These are the latest figures that we have here. These are more updated than the central bank report of 2022. That's why I'm sharing these numbers. This is the social indicator thing, economic and social statistics published for 2023. Okay, so these numbers might be a little different than what is there in the central bank report also. So I usually work with these numbers now. Where were we? It might have go. Okay. So here, see, these are latest numbers. I'll anyway be giving this. Don't worry, Lamai. Okay. So see, as a percentage of GDP, there has not been a big change. Right? In 2022 also, it's still 8.3. Okay. Just have that in mind. In rupee terms, whatever said and done, our taxes have gone. But this is the share. Okay. This is the now here when I'm saying it as same, this is the share. Out of total taxes, what tax is the biggest? So out of total taxes in 2021, VAT was the biggest. In 2022, now income taxes are the biggest. In 2023, also most likely, I feel income will be high. You don't have to worry about that. Not needed. That's 41. Shape, no? So if you're answering this based on 2022, your answer will be there is no proper income tax, because when we say income tax here, this is personal income and corporate income tax. Okay, both of it. There is no answer in your question. Then that, yeah, is that fine, guys? 2015. How did you all do so far? We'll leave 41. How about 41, 2, 3, 4? 4 out of 4. There were 5 questions. Last one we'll ignore because it's outdated. 4 out of 4, yes. No. Okay, these are easy, huh? These are not hard. If you look at my mock exam papers, it's way harder than these questions. The hardest would have been this 38 that I included in my mock paper also, because that's the only question I saw it was good enough. These are comparatively very easy ones, which is like, you'll be like, why are they even asking questions like this? Right. So with that, we'll move to the next.